Good morning, sir. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Bemanot M. Usman, Reporter 20. Topic, may topic, article the Sangguniang Bayan, Section 446, Composition the Sangguniang Bayan, the Legislative body of the municipality shall be composed of the municipal vice mayor as the presiding officer, the regular Sangguniang member, the president of the municipal chapter of the Liga ng Barangay, the president of the Pambayang Federasyon ng mga Sangguniang Kabataan, and the sector representative as a member. B. In addition thereto, there shall be 3 sectors representatives, one from the women, and as shall be determined the Sangguniang concerned with the 99 days period to hold this local election, one from the agricultural industrial worker, and one from the other sector, including the urban poor, indigenous, control communities, or disabled person. Ito ay may 3 tereto. So, ang paragraph na ito ay nagsasabi na may karagtang 3. Sector representative, maging members ng sanggunian. From the woman, sa mga female, upang masiguro na ang boses at representation ng mga babae sa pamamahalang lokal. Other from the agricultural o industrial, ito ay maaari magsasaka, mangingisda o maggawa ng pabrika. And the others from the other sector, manatiling tagalungsod, urban poor, mga katutubong pamayanan, indigenous cultural communities, mga taong may kapansanan, person with disabilities. Section 447, Power, Duties, Function, and Composition. The Sangguniang Bayan as the legislative body of the municipality shall enact ordinance, approve resolution, appropriate funds for generate welfare of the municipality and its inhabitants pursuant to Section 16 of this code and proper exercise. Section 447. Ang section na ito ay tumutukoy sa mga tungkulin, gawin at benisipyo, kompensasyon ng Sangguniang Bayan na siyang lehislaturang sanggay ng munisipyo. Ang Sangguniang Bayan o gumagawa ng mga lokal na batas at pagpapasya ang kaugnayan at kapakanan ng buong munisipyo at mga naninira dito. Number 1. Approve ordinance and pass resolutions necessary for an efficient and effective municipal government, and this connection shall mag-approve ng mga ordinaryo o magpasa ng mga resolusyong kinakailangan para sa isang mahusay at epektibong pamamalahan ng munisipyo. Then, number 3, approve ordinance imposing a fine not exceeding 2,500 pesos or an imprisonment for a period not exceeding 6 months or both in the discretion of the court for the violation of a municipal ordinance. The text outline the authority to approve ordinance that impose specific penalties for municipal ordinance violation. Nagpatanong multa na hindi higit sa 2,500 piso o pagkabilanggo sa isang panahon na hindi higit sa 6 na buwan o pareho sa pagpasya ng korte para sa paglaya sa isang munisipal, paglabag sa isang munisipal. Number 4, adopt measure to protect the inhabitants of the municipality from the harmful effect of the man-made or natural disaster and calamities, and to provide relief service and assistance for victims during and the aftermath of said disaster of calamities and the return to productive livelihood following said events. Uh, Number 4, ang mga patibay na mga hakbang upang protektahan ang mga naninirahan sa munisipyo mula sa masamang epekto na ginagawa ng tao sa natural na mga sakuna at kalamidad, at para upang magkaroon sila ng mga serbisyo pagkalusugan at tulong para sa mga biktima sa panahon ng pagkatapos ng nesevyon ng mga sakuna. Number 5, enact ordinance intend to prevent, suppress, and impose appropriate penalties for habitual drunkenness in public place, vagrants, mendicancy, protection establishment, and maintenance of house of ill report, gambling, and other private games of chance, fraudulent device, and was to obtain money, property, drug addiction. Number 5, ito daw yung tumutukoy sa mga power na pamalaang lokal tulad ng barangay, bayan o lungsod gumagawa at magpatupad ng mga ordinar upang mapanatili ang kaayusan at kaligtasan at moralidad sa komunidad. Example, pigilan ang parusahan ang mga palaging paglalasing sa publiko, lugar na nagdudulot ng gulo o panganib sa iba. Number 6, protect the environment and impose appropriate penalties for acts which endanger the environment, such as dynamite fishing and other forms, destructive fishing, illegal logging, and smuggling of logs. Ang probisyong ito ay tumutukoy sa mga tungkulin sa pamalaang lokal na pangalaga ng kapaligiran at pagpapatupad ng kakulangan parusa laban sa gawaing sumira at naglalagay ng kapahamakan sa kalikasan. Sa kabilang dito ang dinamita at iba pang mapanirang paraan na pangingisda na sumira sa bansa, isda at yaman dagat. Number 7, subject to the provisions of this code and imperative laws determining the power and duties of official and employee of the municipality. Number 7, ang province ito ay nagbibigay ng power sa pamalaang lokal na munisipalidad na itinakda at linawin ng mga tungkulin at responsibilidad ng mga opisyal at empleyado. Dapat na ayon sa local government code at sumunod sa iba pang kaugnayan ng pambansang batas. The last 8, determine the position and the salaries, wage allowance, and other emoluments and benefits of official and employee paid wholly or mainly from municipal funds and provide for expenditures. Number 8, ang provision ito ay nangangahulugang ang pamalaang munisipal ay may power o magtakda ng mga posisyon o trabaho sa loob ng munisipyo, halimbawa mga opisyal at empleyado. Itakda ang sahod, sweldo, allowance at iba pang benesipyo ng mga opisyal at empleyadong ito. Ito daw yung mga may kakayahan ang munisipyo na magdesisyon kung ano ang mga posisyon ang kailangan na ibigay.
Purpose of municipal powers. First is to make the municipality more self-reliant and less dependent on the national government. Next is to regulate economic activities, land use, and public services in ways that align with local needs and to ensure that business and activities within the municipality do not harm the community's health, environment, or morality. So now let's proceed to the regulation of businesses and professions. So first here is municipalities have the power to issue and revoke business permits and professional licenses in case of ordinance violations. Second is they can also set terms and conditions for operating public utilities owned by the LGU or leased to the private sector. So they have authority to fix license fees for signs, billboards, and advertisements in areas where businesses operate. So, dito pumapasok ang business permits and licensing office ng munisipyo or municipality. Sila ang nag-inspections at they can give permit bago makapagbukas ng isang establishments or tindahan, clinic, or service provider para sa siguradong legal at safe operations. And the next is franchises and special businesses. So first, municipalities can authorize and license cockpits and gameful breeding as long as existing rights are not affected. So they have the power to regulate tricycles and grant franchises for their operations within the territorial jurisdictions. By majority vote of the Sangguniang Bayan, they can grant franchises to persons or corporations to operate ferries, wharves, markets, and slaughterhouse and similar activities. So, ibig sabihin, hindi basta-basta pwedeng mag-operate ng sabungan, terminal o pantalan kung walang pahintulot ng munisipyo. So, ginagamit ito para to control ang traffic. So, ingay, gambling, and iba pang activities na pwedeng makakaapekto sa peace and order. And so now let's proceed to land use buildings and nuisance control. So, municipalities have authority to declare, prevent, or abate nuisances, things or activities that interfere with or endanger public health and safety. So they can require all buildings and premises within the municipality to be clean and sanitary and impose penalties for non-compliance. So they may also have lots graded or filled to reach the minimum grade for proper sanitation and charge the owner of the costs. So, for example, kung may junkyard o baradong kanal na nagdudulot ng baha at sakit, pwedeng utusan ng munisipyo ang may-ari na linisan at ayusin ito. Kung hindi susunod, pwede silang mamultahan o ipaayos ng LGU at singilin sila. And next is the regulation of streets and public places. Municipalities regulate streets, avenues, alleys, sidewalks, bridges, parks, and other public places, and approve their construction, improvement, repair, and maintenance. So they set bus and vehicles stops, regulate privately owned vehicles for hire, and the operation of garages and conveyances for hire. So they can designate stands for public vehicles, install signs, awnings, and posts, and provide street lighting, cleaning, and sprinkling. Kaya may mga no parking zones, loading or unloading areas, at one-way streets. So gawa ito ng municipal ordinances para maging maayos ang daloy ng tao at sasakyan at maiwasan ng aksidente. And now we proceed to traffic and encroachments. So municipalities have the power to regulate traffic on all roads and bridges within the municipality. They prohibit encroachments and obstacles on roads, such as illegal vendors or structures, and can remove illegal constructions in the interest of public welfare. Ito ang basehan ng mga clearing operations at anti-obstruction policies kapag may tindahan o bahay na sumakop sa sidewalk o kalsada. So, pwede itong ipabaklas ng munisipyo para protektahan ang pedestrian at traffic law. For example is yung sa Cotabato City. Pinatanggal ni Mayor Bruce yung mga vendors sa gilid to organize properly. And the next is waterworks and environmental protection. So they can establish, operate, maintain, and repair an efficient waterworks system to apply water residents. They regulate hydrants, pumps, cisterns, and reservoirs, and protect the purity and quantity of the water supply. They have authority to extend ordinance coverage to the entire drainage area of the water supply up to 100 meters from reservoirs, canals, aqueducts, pumping stations, and related structures. Ginagamit ito para to protect ang sources ng inumin na tubig laban sa pollution, illegal structures at activities gaya ng pagtatapon ng basura o industrial waste malapit sa ilog o reservoir. Health, sanitation, and waste disposal. So, municipalities regulate the disposal of clinical and other waste tests from hospitals, clinics, and similar establishments. They have power over the inspection of steam boilers and heating devices, and the storage of inflammable and highly combustible materials within the municipality. So, layunin nito na maiwasan ang fire hazards at environmental contamination, kaya kailangan ng business permits, fire safety inspections, certificates at sanitation permits bago payagang mag-operate ang mga establishments. So the next is establishments for food, lodging, and entertainment. So they can also regulate cafes, restaurants, beer house, hotels, motels, inns, pension houses, and lodging houses. So, and tourist guides and transports, they can also have authority over entertainment and amusement facilities such as theaters, circuses, billiard pools, public dancing schools and dance halls, sauna baths, massage parlors, and other places of amusement. So they can prohibit or limit entertainment activities that disturb the opportunity or harm social moral welfare. So dito nanggaling ang zoning kung saan pwedeng maglagay ng bars o massage or parlors, pati ang mga curfews, so loud music at regulations sa mga events na pwedeng magdulot or magkakos ng skandalo. And the next is animal control and funeral services. So municipalities have the power to impound stray animals, regulate the keeping of animals in homes or businesses, and set rules for the slaughter, sale, or disposition of animals. So they can also adopt measures to prevent and punish cruelty to animals. They regulate funeral parlors and the burial of cremation of the dead, subject to national laws and regulations. So halimbawa, may dog pound at rabies program ang munisipyo, at sila rin ang nagtitiyak na maayos at sanitary ang mga sementeryo at crematorium. Hindi nakakasama sa kalusugan at respeto sa patay. So now we will proceed to the summary and importance. RA 7160 grants municipalities broad but regulated powers to safeguard the community's health, safety, order, or morals through control over businesses, land use, traffic, water, waste, animals, and entertainment of LGUs, balance economic growth, and the public welfare. So as citizens, it's important to know these powers to understand why ordinances exist and why we must comply with them. That's all. Thank you for watching.